we have the recycling drop-off, and the purpose of this is just to help our customers and the community close the loop. Because when we opened, we realized that we are selling products, we are saying reduce plastic or even eliminate it completely, but there are some products that you can't do that completely as of yet.
Totally.
And so what do you do with it after? So what does the end of life look like? We also have community outreach, so we go out and have events or workshops with kids and just trying to create that awareness and also letting them know that there's a better way and a different way of living, just also for the future generations.
Eyes open, hearts ready. Welcome to Wellness Deconstructed. I am Zia Jaffer, and together we're stepping into the arena of authentic well-being. Myth-busting, truth-seeking, and definitely life-changing. Break free, live boldly. It's time for a conscious uprising. Hello, and welcome again to Wellness Deconstructed. I'm your host, Zia Jaffer, and today our guest is a trained sustainability practitioner. His leadership is driven by a passion for merging sustainability with innovation, most notably through Ecandi, the sustainable shop, and their signature product, EcoTops. As the first of their kind in Kenya, EcoTops reflects his commitment to environmental impact and design excellence, transforming waste into beautiful, functional products. A hands-on creative, he's also an artist, a photographer, and a self-described creative visual. When he's not managing the shop, he's in the workshop, making things, destroying things, and more often than not, creating things. His vision and versatility continue to shape Ecandi as a transformative force in Kenya's green economy. And that guest today is Amos. Welcome, Amos.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here because I've been to your shop and it's so interesting. I love having everything under one roof that I need to buy in terms of my home and in terms of my well-being as well. So thanks for creating that space for us to just go and have it as a one-stop shop. It makes life so much easier rather than having to go to different places and look for different things, especially in Kenya because it's still sustainability or the wellness industry is still picking up, and we have to literally search and find the things that we really need, and we have to dig deep for those. So thanks for that. Why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about what Ecandi is?
Sure. So Ecandi, first of all, I'll start with the name. We are Eco Create and Innovate. So Ecandi is just the...
Oh, that's what it stands for?
That's what it stands for. It's just the shortened version.
Yeah.
And we do quite a lot, but maybe we can start talking about the shop. Yeah. So with the Eco Shop, the idea is just as you said that you're spot on. You're trying to get brands that are eco-friendly, sustainable and conscious under one roof, just to make it easy for people to access and shop, knowing that what you're buying is good for you. Yeah. So that was the idea with the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long has it been since you've opened the shop?
So we've been running for the last 3 years. In fact, we are celebrating our 3rd birthday in October this year. So we're excited for that, and it's been quite a journey.
Yeah. And how many brands do you have under in the shop? Over 3 years?
Over 3 years now, we have 40 brands,
Wow.
40 different brands, from small homemade products all the way to the bigger players and manufacturers in the green space.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also seeing the numbers increase. I remember when we started, we had, I think there were less than 10 brands on board, and
Wow.
seeing that growth and just being part of that journey has been a really good experience.
Yeah. And what inspired you to start this?
What inspired me? My grandparents. So growing up, spent a lot of time with them, just seeing them do things the old school way, or the slow, what now is referred to slow living.
Yeah.
Growing your own food, having some chicken around, shopping with the old bags, having, you remember the 1 kg sugar packed and that sort of lifestyle. And then just my passion for the environment and being a creative, just looking for ways to express that passion and share it with other people.
Yeah. And it's so nice to see that there's 40 brands actually that are actually working towards a sustainable lifestyle for all of us, right?
Yes.
So initially when you started, like how did you look for these brands? Like I'm sure it must have been like a challenge to like find these people.
It was quite a challenge. I had to look. It was a lot of looking online, looking at what was available on the shelves in some of the shops that are there, and then reaching out to these brands and trying to convince them that it's actually a viable idea and why they should come on board. And the hardest part was actually doing the convincing, because there was nothing. There was no shop. We were doing the construction at that time. There are those who said we'll wait until you open, and eventually came on board. There are those who came on board even before. So yeah, it was just a lot of looking and convincing.
And then also like, how has your journey been into actually creating customer awareness? Because I also feel like a lot of people around are not that aware of how the products might be impacting their health, impacting their well-being, but also how it might be impacting the planet.
So to address that with awareness, what we have realized within the 3 years is that, one, as you said, people don't know. So it's telling them that there are alternatives and they're available, and then convincing them again why the alternatives are better. Because the reality also is some of these products are not cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
And why should I pay more for something that's probably commercially produced? And you're paying more because the product has either the processes, the ingredients, and the guarantee that it's good for you.
Yeah, and also I feel like these products are made in small batches.
Yes, most of them.
So they're more expensive, and also the quality of the ingredients are a lot more pure, but that also makes the cost higher.
Yes.
So I guess it's not affordable to everyone.
No, it is not, and that's one of the biggest challenges that we have had,
Yeah.
because you find that somebody could be willing,
Yeah.
but then the budget says otherwise, and you find that there's that limitation. But again, over the 3 years, we've seen products like, for us with the shop, what we started doing is having things like refill. So you can come and get just enough. So you don't have to buy a whole kibuyu or something for a lot of money. You can just come, refill, and then just to try and encourage more people to try it and actually switch.
Yeah, and I feel like with refills, then it reduces the cost a lot more, not just in terms of quantity, but also in terms of packaging.
Yes, it does. You just come with your own container, and you can use it over and over. So even waste, not just packaging waste. And you also get just what's enough for you for that period. So you just use it and then come back and get some more when you need some.
Yeah, that's so cool. I also heard you had mentioned earlier when we were talking before the podcast that you have like recycling stations now.
Yes.
Is it at the shop?
It's by the shop, so it's right outside the shop. We have the recycling drop-off, and the purpose of this is just to help our customers and the community close the loop. Because when we opened, we realized that we are selling products, we are saying reduce plastic or even eliminate it completely, but there are some products that you can't do that completely as of yet.
Totally.
And so what do you do with it after? So what does the end of life look like? And we decided to set up the recycling station just to help close the loop. We accept glass, plastic, textiles, paper, e-waste, and metal and aluminium cans. And what we have done, we have partnered with the recyclers.
Okay.
So we just collect and forward.
Okay, so me as a consumer can just like come dump it in the respective bins, and then you organize it to go to the respective people that are actually reusing it, recycling and reusing.
Yes. So we have our partners who do the actual recycling, and then we of course work with the glass for the eco-tops, and then whatever also we can't, because it's quite a lot. I think even in this year alone for glass waste we've received about 5 tons, and this is from consumers. So it's
Yeah.
kidogo, and then eventually it adds up. So
Yeah.
even with what we can't use, we're also sending back for recycling.
That's amazing. So from the recycling station, you use all the glass, and the other materials are going to the respective recyclers. And then do you stock their products too?
For those who produce their products, we have them at the shop.
Okay.
And then for those, for example, like plastic, you find it now comes back in the shop as packaging for the different brands. So there are brands who work with the recyclers and use that for their packaging. So
Yeah.
it continuously stays in the loop.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So packaging is also recyclable through the plastic. That's great because especially for e-waste and textiles, I feel like there's not that many solutions. And like in all the mom groups that I'm on, like some or the other ones always asking like, where can we dump our batteries? Where can we dump our like old laptops and stuff like that? So it's really nice to see that there is like a space where we can come and dump everything that needs to be recycled. And I feel like that's a solid solution to reducing waste, because right now it's all just being dumped into, from here it's being dumped into the bins, and then the taka guys take it and we don't even know where it goes. Then we just hear or watch sometimes videos of it being all piled up in like a dump zone, and nothing being done with it, right?
The best thing about our recycling is that you, the consumer, is the one who's sorting it out. So before it even gets to a dump site, it's already sorted and everything is in the respective bins. So it makes it really easy and convenient, both for
Totally.
for recycling and even for you.
Yes.
And as an added bonus for our recycling drop-off, whenever you recycle, you can get a recycling card and get stamps.
Wow.
And then get a discount at the shop.
That's
so
amazing.
Yeah, motivating you even more
Yeah,
to
so-
recycle.
Yeah, that you're encouraging more and more people. That's great, actually. You guys heard that. You know where you need to take your recycling stuff so that you can get a discount on all your sustainability products. And then the affordability should not be.
It doesn't become an issue.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. So I heard you say about ecotops, and it was mentioned in your intro as well. Can you tell us about that? Like, I hear it's like a big breakthrough.
So ecotops
Yes.
are our own products, first of their kind in Kenya, and I think even on the continent. They are surfaces that are made from recycled glass.
Wow.
So from the bottles that we get, we clean them, sort them by color. Then we have our process, crush them, and then cast them and mold them, and they make these beautiful surfaces. So you can imagine the different colors of glass. There's the greens, the blues, the browns, and we are now using that to do furniture as well as kitchens and bathrooms and that sort of thing.
That's amazing. So like kitchen countertops can
Kitchen
be made of
countertops,
glass, and
yes.
they're durable.
Yes, they're durable.
Amazing.
The oldest ecotop from when I started experimenting now is 8 years old.
Wow.
It sits in my office and it's still intact.
It's like your desk.
It was a small piece. It's
Yeah.
aside, it's my filing cabinet. It's beautiful.
That's nice. So right now you're making like dining table counter, like tops.
With the ecotops, we make different kinds of products. We have tables, we have smaller units. We also have bigger pieces. We've done kitchen installations, bathrooms, vanities. So the range is quite diverse, and what we are trying to do is make it possible for you to own, even if it's a small piece, that tells that story.
Yeah.
And we are flexible. We do commissions, so if you want something to fit your interior or your specific needs,
Yeah.
we do that.
Oh, so you can customize
We
it to
can
my
custom
need.
make it,
That's
your
amazing.
colors, the shape.
I'm coming for those,
Yeah.
for sure. I feel like I want one. Maybe my desk would be cool to have that, because it just like, I feel like it will remind me of the contribution that I need to continue to make towards the planet, but also like what I'm doing or what we are creating, right? So I'm coming to you for sure for that.
You're welcome. It would be exciting.
Yeah.
Get a custom piece made, choose your colors, and it's also a nice reminder, and it's beautiful. It's a statement piece.
Totally, yeah. My next question was going to be about like the impact. Do you have any like tangible numbers? I'm not sure if you do, but what impact has this initiative created?
For the numbers, we have been trying. This year we've been working hard to try and map out the data. It's not that easy to track, especially facing outwards. So the data that we've been able to get is on our recycling, for example.
Yes.
So far we've done 10 tons this year of the different kinds of waste. And we can go into the details of how many phones, how many laptops, how many bottles and that sort of thing. And we are trying to map that data, but then also seeing our customer base grow, seeing our sales grow, and even more people knowing about it, we are sure that we are having an impact. Yes.
Totally, yeah.
Then we also have community outreach, so we go out and have events or workshops with kids and just trying to create that awareness and also letting them know that there's a better way and a different way of living.
Totally.
Just also for the future generations.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the biggest challenges is the lack of awareness.
The lack of awareness is a challenge, and also the lack of options. So once
and
you have
affordability,
so once you have those combined, and ultimately that's what you're trying to do, then it just becomes so much easier.
True, so true.
I'm curious to know, how has your journey to finding these products? You've been to the shop. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like when I started off, I was completely unaware that there is alternatives available. So again, I went to the journey of awareness. I studied wellness, and that's when I realized that, okay, I first take it from the perspective of how the products that are made commercially or industrially are impacting my health and my family's health. And that's what paved my journey into understanding that, okay, it's not just about how it's impacting me, but the waste that has been created out of that is also impacting the world by not just by us dumping into dump sites, but also it going into the ocean and hurting the marine animals, and the plastic not degrading and stuff, right? So that journey is what led me to discovering. So I feel just before COVID, I closed down my business. I used to do natural coconut products for health and beauty. I grew up in India, and we used to do a lot of DIY stuff at home, and that led me to studying skincare formulation and coming up with my own products. But then the challenge was finding the right type of packaging, because I'm making these products which are nice and clean and conscious, but I'm packing it in stuff that is going to create waste, and it's not helping. You have to pour hot products into the plastic, and you don't know how much of that plastic is actually melting into the product, which defeats the purpose of me creating that product, right? Because we have so much microplastics going into our body on a regular because of everything that we're exposed to. So that's when my journey actually started. I'm okay, this is not sawa. We need to find different alternatives. And when I started digging in is when I'm okay, there is one person that does this. There is one person that does this. Before Grounded came up with their detergent, I started making my own, because I'm this has so much, the ones that we buy off the supermarket have so much fragrance and plastic packaging on it that it's not doing any of us good. We think that our products or our clothes are clean, but it has so much on it that is not doing good to us. So the journey, I guess, started like that, by becoming aware of all the nitty-gritty of the stuff that is going into our body and contributing to the waste around us, and then discovering consciously, how you said, you had to go digging for those brands, right? And also there's a lot of greenwashing happening these days, so that is also a challenge that I deal with. Don't really know, just recently I got a body butter and it says natural ingredients, but it has a fragrance. And I'm this is not really natural. I put it on my thing, and I'm wow, it smells really good. I wonder how they came up with this essential oil. And then when I read the ingredients, it has fragrance. And so as a content creator, I had received these products as PR, but I can't market them because yes, it's in a glass jar and everything, but it's not really sustainable health-wise, not just the environment-wise. So I feel like it's a constant challenge to find the right things. And I feel like your shop does a good job at like filtering those things out. And again, like I love it because it's a one-stop shop for me. Like I don't have to go on Instagram or Google and look for these things like, okay, I need a thing, a glass bottle today for this, or a product for this that has considered all the other factors of wellness and well-being for the environment and for a human being. So yeah, that's what my journey has been into non-toxic living for myself, but also for the environment. Because I also believe that, okay, I'm like a big wellness advocate, and wellness is a word that's being overused lately, but it's not just about physical health or emotional health or mental health. It's also about the environmental health. Like that's the whole reason I'm doing this whole chapter and bringing people on board that have been on this journey to sustainability, because I strongly believe that it's not just about thinking about us, but also our surroundings, because they also contribute. Like as much as we're eating clean, working out and stuff, if our environment is dirty, it's polluted, it's not doing us good, right? Well, thank you for asking that. And for the audience that has not been yet to Ecandi, can you tell us about what are the different types of products that we can find there? Different types of sustainable products.
At Ecandi, we have a wide range of products. We have zero waste living products. These are your everyday products like bamboo toothbrushes, tooth tabs, that sort of thing. Then we have personal care products. These are your lotions, your shower gels, your shampoos, your conditioners. We have we have products made from recycled materials. We have furniture, we have plants, we have quite a lot, and I normally find it hard to tell every single product. It's something you have to experience.
Yeah.
When you come, you realize, oh, there's this and there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's quite a lot, all centered around zero waste living.
Yeah, so I know like home cleaning products,
Yes.
hygiene products, home decor products as well, right? And also some like kitchen stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are like the main ones
Yes.
that we also need in our house to like substitute ASAP, which are available there.
Yes.
And I love it. It's a one-stop shop. I always say that. And I know that you are in the top 100 Total Energy eco-conscious brands. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
What was the journey like for that?
No, it was a different experience. It was we had to apply for it and then do public voting.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But for this particular one, the application process, it shed a lot of light to us, especially from an operations point of view. So it was like a checklist
Yeah.
and a time to just reflect and see how far along we've come on this journey and what else we need to do.
Totally.
Yes, so quite interesting. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a good learning experience anyways, right? Because I feel like these things push us to grow and make us more, I guess, get ahead on our journey.
Let me tell you, when I say it was a lot of reflection, you question yourself, you see, okay, we've come this far, what can we do better? How can we improve? Maybe there are aspects we hadn't thought about. So it sheds light on that as well.
Totally.
And also a good growth stage to be at.
Totally, yeah. Thanks for sharing that. My last question for you. How has sustainability impacted your life? Like what are the ways that you are incorporating it in your life?
At a personal level, practicing what I preach, for starters. For majority of the products at the shop, I have tested them personally and I use them on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Even beyond the products at the shop, the journey I've had, the connections, the people who I've met with, the workshops that we've done, just seeing the impact, for me, that has been the most fulfilling thing.
Yeah, it's so rewarding to see, like that you're actually creating an impact and making a living out of it. It completes the picture kind of thing. You're doing what you love and it's creating an impact. So I realized I didn't ask you this question. Where is the shop located for the audience that is watching and that want to go visit?
We are on Limuru Road, so if you're coming from Village Market side, it's just past Riviera Mall. It's called Roslyn Gates Center. We're just along the main road, you can't miss us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. And before we close, I ask all my guests like rapid fire questions. Short,
Yeah.
it won't take too long, just so that they can get to know you a little better, okay? What does sustainability mean to you in the context of well-being?
In the context of well-being for me, it just means being conscious about what you do and the effect that it has on you.
Nice. And how do you incorporate it into your daily life?
By choosing products wisely, or by just making the decisions, by being conscious and making those decisions, and choosing just what is good for you.
And do you think like mindfulness connects to sustainability, and how?
It does, for sure. By being mindful,
Yeah.
it means that you're making the
Right
correct
decision,
decisions and
yeah.
choosing the right products. So of course it connects.
Yeah. And what is your go-to eco-friendly product?
I have quite a lot. My favorite one is my glass, my cocktail glass. It's made from a recycled bottle. It's really pretty and I love it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. And what's your go-to eco-friendly habit, or like a wellness habit that you have?
Composting.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so unique.
Yes, composting. So all the kitchen scraps and all the garden waste that you have, I'm making compost and using it for my plants, and they're very happy.
Amazing. What is one sustainable habit that you think everyone should adapt right now?
Sorting your waste and recycling it. It's so easy. I mean, just have a bin for plastics, have one. It's so easy and anybody can do it.
Yeah. So what's the one change or swap that someone can make to adapt a more sustainable lifestyle?
The one thing I recommend is personal care products, because these products go straight into your skin, they're going into your body.
Yeah.
So switching from the commercial and toxic to non-toxic options, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, great. And so what's the one piece of advice you would leave our audience with that wants to start going on their sustainability journey?
I'd say just start. It's not that difficult. Be conscious, be mindful, choose the right product, go beyond the convenience, and just make the right decision and just start.
Yeah, and ask the right questions.
Ask the right questions, know your product,
Yeah.
explore the options,
Yeah.
and weigh the benefits.
Totally, yeah. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your story and your initiatives. I feel like those are really inspiring for people that are looking to not just do something for themselves, but also at the same time create an impact. I feel like it's a very conscious decision that you had made, and it's creating so much impact for a lot of people like me out there. So thanks for being here. And oh my God, I have a little present for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us and
It's a
letting
pleasure.
us share the Ecandi story.
Yes.
We hope to inspire people to switch and explore the sustainable options available.
Totally, yeah. Awesome.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you to our sustainability sponsors for this chapter, Herbivore and Provisions Kenya. Thank you for joining me for yet another episode of Wellness Deconstructed. This was really resourceful. I hope you can visit the shop and adapt to a newer lifestyle from now on that is helping you not just in your own well-being journey, but it's also helping the environment. Remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe, because your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep prioritizing your well-being.